Good evening, everyone. This is Manimekli from Team MAKAL. So, I would be the host for this session. And on behalf of Team MAKAL, we proudly welcome you all for this special webinar that is being conducted on the occasion of International Yoga Day. So, let us initiate this webinar with a prayer song.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டனிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Yes, thank you. Before we begin, we take immense pleasure in welcoming our keynote speakers, Mr. Naveen Kumar Jain and Mrs. Shalini Jain. We welcome you, sir. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. We also take this moment to welcome MAKAL's founder and CEO, Mr. Sendil Kumar, and all our members and dear participants. So, the purpose of this webinar is to delve into the benefits and significance of Agnihotra. Through this webinar, we aim to explore the principles of Agnihotra and to incorporate this practice into our daily life. Along with this webinar, Team MAKAL work towards youth skill development, and we are into multiple such activities. So, I would like to present our initiatives which empower individuals and create young responsible leaders for our nation. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vairamuthu from our organizing committee to give brief introduction about MAKAL's initiatives and our achievements in these 5 years.
Good evening to all. This is Vairamuthu from MAKAL Steering Committee. Happy to be a part of this incredible team. I feel privileged to take this opportunity to brief about MAKAL and its valuable initiatives. First, what is MAKAL? MAKAL stands for Maverick Abdul Kalam Association for Leaders, Tamilil, Maverick Abdul Kalam Ilandalavargal Sangam, registered under Tamil Nadu Societies Act 1975. Team MAKAL has a special connect with MIT because it was formed by the alumni students of MIT in the year 2020. MAKAL's founder got inspired by the legacy of our honorable leader, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, who also studied and worked in MIT. No wonder that the followers of Abdul Kalam sir are leading the change steadily through their focused efforts. So, this webinar is one among the 18 plus activities we are doing currently. Through the initiatives like Word of the Day, MAKAL Command, Master of Communicative English course, we are creating confident English speaking candidates and professionals. MAKAL Tidbit, History the Mystery, News of the Day, Brainstorming India, Quiz of the Week, Goosebumps, helps in knowledge sharing and current affairs. Read and Lead, an audio podcast has been telecasted to inculcate a reading habit among young minds. MAKAL Mahima, to learn Hindi, MAKAL Fit, to stay healthy and track fitness, MAKAL Jobs, to create and share job opportunities, MAKAL Talent, to unleash the artistic talents of the members and to lift potentially capable talents to global arena. MAKAL Walk the Talk and Know How are the online webinars where we bring field experts to share their knowledge on general and core technical topics. MAKAL's Women Talk, we invite women speakers to empower the women. Makal Fest is being conducted every year on Abdul Kalam's birthday. This is to bring out the talents and creativity of various age groups. On the same day, sapling plantations have done and those has received great response from the public. I would also like to highlight the achievements of the team. A packet statute was created and published on August 15, 2021. This packet statute consists of basic important laws. The same has been approved by the government officials and circulated it among public. 100 sapling plantations were done in Malimuchampatti village, Coimbatore, in the presence of Panchayat President, Ward Councillors, and the public. Sapling plantations done in Kalapatti Government School was presided by the Inspector of Cybercrime Branch, Coimbatore. She educated the crowd on drug addiction awareness. Last year's Makal Fest was a remarkable milestone in our journey. We had around 200 plus participants from 20 different cities of India. We received Best Social Service Award from actor Santanu Bhagiraj, organized by Sigaram Awards, Chennai. Last year, we have also recognized and rewarded active volunteers of Team Makal. Makal has visiting multiple colleges and conducted seminars to enhance the skills of the students and to motivate them. Thanks for the opportunity to explain about the incredible initiative of Team Makal. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Vairamuthu. That was really an insightful introduction about our team. Now, I take immense pleasure and honor in introducing both our chief guests. Okay, Mr. Naveen Kumar Jain is a representative of Madhavashram, Bhopal, with over 40 years of experience in practicing Agnihotra. He has been dedicated to spreading the benefits of Agnihotra across various platforms, including yoga centers, art of living centers, schools, societies, and wellness programs, both online and offline. In the past year alone, he has conducted nearly 50 sessions on Agnihotra in Bangalore. Professionally, he is a mechanical engineer, an MBA graduate, and PMP certified professional with a rich corporate background, having worked with esteemed organizations like L&T, GE, Volvo, and Hero Motocorp. Currently, he is a part of a startup in Bangalore, and he has also traveled extensively across USA, Europe, and China for work. And Mrs. Shalini Jain is an agricultural engineer and an MBA graduate from Jaipur. Together, they are committed to spreading awareness about Agnihotra and its benefits wherever they go. So now, let's welcome Mr. Naveen Kumar Jain and Mrs. Shalini Jain and hear their insights on Agnihotra and its benefits. So, sir and ma'am, the session is all yours now, and we are definitely excited to hear from you.
Sure, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, to giving the opportunity to us actually to share the experience about the Agnihotra to all members.
Thank you.
Me and my wife, so we'll take you to the entire Agnihotra. What is Agnihotra all about, and why one should do the practice of Agnihotra in their a daily life actually. So we'll discuss in all details of the Agnihotra, including the complete science, the process, and the background. We'll also give a demonstration actually in the evening around 6:45 p.m. where we'll demonstrate the Agnihotra to everybody. What is Agnihotra all about? So we'll discuss in detail, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity. So, okay, as ma'am mentioned about me, actually, so actually we have been practicing Agnihotra for last 40 years. It's a small practice. So the person actually, anyone can perform Agnihotra. It's actually purely based on the Vedic science. So if you see our ancient science, it is mentioned in the Yajur Veda, again a part of Veda only, and anyone can perform Agnihotra. Why? To purify the environment. So if you see currently nowadays in terms of air, in terms of water, in terms of food grain, everything is impure. Nothing is pure actually. You can agree with that. Nothing is pure, and whatever we are taking inside our body, it is actually unhealthy. That's the reason actually we are getting multiple kind of the health issues, the negativity, frustration, and even there are a lot of anxieties also available in the home. So when we do Agnihotra, it purifies the environment actually. When we do Agnihotra, it purifies the environment. That's where actually it gives a very good impact on the health, on the mind, on the body also. This is how we have seen for last 40 years, 40 years actually. So I'll give some examples just to correlate my statements. So if you see the people used to live in the ancient time, or let's say 100 years or 200 years ago time, people used to be more fit in terms of physical, in terms of mental. So let's say there's a family of 10 members, you will find only one or two members are suffering from the health issues. But now, currently, if you see our family, or let's say the environment currently, if you see any family, if they have the three to four members also, one could be diabetic, one could be blood pressure, and this is how the things are going on in our family actually. So basically, we are not fit in terms of physical, in terms of mental. Why? Because whatever we are taking inside in our bodies, nothing is pure. So how to remain healthy actually? That's the actually question we have actually. How to keep remain healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental, and similarly how to improve our health also. So this is where the Agnihotra helps. So when I say Agnihotra purifies the environment, why? Because when you do Agnihotra, there are the four kind of gases are getting emitted: ethylene oxide, beta propyl formaldehyde, and formalin oxide. So when these gases are getting emitted, and when it mixes in the environment, that's where the bacteria will not be there actually. It purifies the environment. We'll discuss in detail in the complete science about it. But when these gases are getting emitted in the environment, that's where the environment becomes purified. Bacteria will not be there, and hence we improve our, the on the health issues actually. That's the reason actually, if you search on Google also about the Agnihotra, almost 100 countries are there where Agnihotra is being performed in the same way, which we'll discuss in next half an hour actually. It's very simple process, very small process, hardly takes only 5 minutes and 7 minutes in the morning and in the evening, but purifies the environment. Any caste, any creed, any gender can perform Agnihotra in their life actually. So anyone, why? Because we need to purify the environment. So if I so in the older time, you might have seen in the TV or in the media also, even the this small havan, the yajna was a quite normal thing in the ancient time because it purifies the entire thing. So when I compare this current scenario, people used to be, used to get the pure air, pure water, and pure food grain. That's the reason they were, quite healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental. I'll give one example to just to brief my this statement. If you see our Delhi is actually our capital of India. In Delhi, the AQI level stands for almost 500 numbers. What is AQI? AQI means air quality index, which shows the purity of the air actually, which shows the purity of the air. That means even the breathing is difficult in the air, in Delhi actually. There are a lot of patients who are suffering from the lungs issue. If you search on the Google, almost 20 lakhs kid, their lungs are damaged currently. So so if you see, there are actually multiple rules also there in the Delhi. Sometimes schools get shut down. Sometimes there is a even or odd number of the vehicle. Everything is to purify the environment. So in Delhi, almost 20 lakhs kids, their lungs are damaged, and they are taking the medicines actually currently. Now you can see after the 10, 15 years when the kids goes in their, professional life or in their personal life, how their body will behave, because we know the medicines are not good for the health actually. Medicines are not good for the health. And then what one should can do is just to purify the things so that they can, get the lesser and less health issues. So even in our older time also, in our ancient time also, there is a one saying which says, if you remain healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental, that's your first happiness. So in our older time, there are seven happinesses told by our, forefathers. And one of the happiness is your first happiness is yours if you remain healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental, even the entire family, ma'am, even the entire family, sir. So let's say when you do yoga, when we do pranayam, or when we go for the morning or evening walk, the person who does the activity, they get the benefit, right? The person who does the pranayam, they get the benefit. What about the other family members who are not participating in the pranayam or not going in the evening or morning walk? Are they getting the benefit? No. But in Agnihotra, it's a simple process. The beauty of this process is everyone gets the benefit in the family actually. Even every living being, that means the human, the pets, Even the crops also get the benefit because you get the healthier environment in the home actually. That is the basic background of Agnihotra. So why one should do Agnihotra? Because it gives a very good impact. It gives a very good positive impact in our life actually. There is, I mean, let's say negativity. If we talk on the negativity side, nowadays negativity is so high, it is going in the kids also. So in our older time, the negativity was there till our father's level or forefathers level, right? But nowadays the negativity goes in the kids level also. Even you can see in the media, in the newspaper also, how the kids are behaving actually. So when you do Agnihotra, it also enhances the vibrations level in the home. It enhances your positivity actually. So positivity can be enhanced with the help of Agnihotra. So anxiety, depression, frustration, tension, even the health issues can be reduced with the help of Agnihotra. This is how we have seen for the last 40 years. And that's the reason we are trying to spread this knowledge to everybody. So it's a completely ancient science, ma'am. It's a completely ancient science which is mentioned in the Yajurveda, which we are trying to share with everybody wherever we get a chance. This is the platform which we got a chance thanks to the sir and thanks to ma'am. Actually, we got a chance to share this knowledge of Agnihotra. Whether one should start the Agnihotra, it depends on you, whether you want to start Agnihotra immediately or not. That is a different story. But one should know what is the ancient or what is the basic, science behind the Agnihotra and how to, remain healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental actually. So, as I mentioned, Agnihotra is a small process, hardly takes 5-7 minutes in the morning and in the evening. So we'll discuss in the detail about the science. What is the science behind the Agnihotra actually? So Agnihotra has the five principles, ma'am. So whenever we do any activity, we should do with some discipline, right? Let's say when we go to any of the school, if the kids are studying in the school, if they take almost 4 to 5 hours as a regular study in the class 10th or 12th, then only they get a good marks, right? Similarly, as a corporate professional also, when we deliver some kind of KRA or some kind of results in our company, then only we are eligible for the hikes or for the increments or for the promotions also. Similarly, so discipline is required in our life actually. Similarly, there are the five principles which is being used in the Agnihotra. Every principle has the science behind it actually. So we'll discuss in detail about the science. So the first principle says whenever we do Agnihotra, it should perform in the morning and in the evening time. That means sunrise timing and sunset timing. So wherever we stay, let's say I'm staying in Bangalore and you stay in let's say in Chennai or in Coimbatore or in the northern part of the country, wherever we stay, there is a definite time. So as per the longitude and lateral direction, which is actually as per our geography only, there is sunrise timing and sunset timing. So in Bangalore currently, so 6:45 is the sunset timing today. So whenever we do Agnihotra, we should do in the morning and in the evening, sunrise timing and sunset timing. So what happened, ma'am? What is the science behind the Agnihotra? What is the timing benefit is? So when we do Agnihotra in the morning and in the evening, so the science is so our body actually has the two nostril system, Chandanadi and Suyanadi. I think one can recall in the group also. As per our biological of the body is Chandanadi and Suyanadi. That means there is a left nostril and right nostril. They never work together actually. It gets hardly changed from left to right nostril and from right to left nostril. So we can't sense, only Ayurvedic doctor can sense actually about it. So what happens when you do Agni in the morning and in the evening, both the nostrils are working together. That means you can inhale a lot of energy when you do Agni in the morning and in the evening. So we are trying to sync our body with the nature. So what happened at this point of time? There are rhythms actually. There are rhythms in the environment. The rhythms are known as circadian rhythm actually. Again, a part of astrophysics, again a part of science only. So Agnutra is purely based on the circadian rhythm actually. You are trying to sync our body with the nature because from nature we takes everything, right? We takes the pure the air, the water, the food grain, everything we take it from the nature only. But what we are giving is simply a pollution, simply a waste. So what happened as per the law of karma also, whatever we do, we get the results in that way only, right? And corona was one of the example. So if you recall your memory also, the corona was the eco imbalancing, right? So corona was one of the example. But in our family in Jaipur, there was no corona patient, ma'am. Can you believe it? Because of the Agnihotra performance for the last so many years, there was no corona patient because our body was so immune. Even we taught Agnihotra to many of the persons in corona time through online, and they started doing this practice, and they also got the benefit from the Agnihotra actually. So the first principle is whenever we do Agnihotra, we should do in the morning and in the evening because both the nostrils are working together. That means you can inhale lot of energy, even our spinal cord. So in our spinal cord also there is a Sushumna Nadi which also get breathed at this point of time. That means you can inhale lot of energy. I'll give an example just to correlate my statement. So let's say when we go to any of the beaches, right? The beaches are cool and calm in the morning and in the afternoon time. But in the evening time, it converts in the high tide. Why? Because this is like in nature. So there is a gravitational force which attracts like in the center, right? So everything is driven through the nature. We are trying to sync our body with the nature through this process in the morning and in the evening, sunrise timing and sunset timing. This is the first principle. The second principle says whenever we do Agnihotra, we should do Agnihotra in the definite shape and size of the pot. I'll tell you, I'll show you, ma'am. I think everyone can see it. So it is actually a pyramid shape. You can see this is a pyramid structure. Okay, the shape is fixed. The base is your 5.25 centimeter. The height is your 6.5 centimeter. The width on the top is your 14.5 centimeter, and 51 degree is the angle. It is actually made out of the copper. So if you recall, there are the seven wonders in the world, right? And one of the wonders is your Mishra pyramid, where thousands years ago, dead bodies they are not decay. Why? Because this pyramid shape contains energy. It has the electromagnetic field. So whatever we put inside this particular shape, there is no decay. There is a electromagnetic field, and because of that, there is no decay because of that energy actually. So when we do Agnihotra, we should use the definite shape and size of the pot, which is mentioned over here. Even the raw material of this pot is copper actually. So actually it has made of the copper. There is no joint here, and even there are no kunda also. If you see the sides also, there are no kunda also. Nothing is there. So so what happens when you put the kunda in this pot? Either you have to go for soldering or the welding or the brazing process. So the properties will get changed. So this particular shape and the raw material is the copper actually. So 99.9% copper is purified actually, and that's the reason we should use the copper raw material, because copper is the only element discovered by science so far which is the purest has the form. So let's say science has discovered 118 elements, and copper is the purest element discovered by science so far. Even every molecule of the copper has the pyramid structure, ma'am. Even that's the reason when we put the water in the copper vessel, it gets purified. That's the reason we are generally keeping the water also nowadays in the copper vessel just to get the purified water, right? So the second principle is whenever we do Agnihotra, we should do in the definite shape and size of the pyramid pot, which is over here. And with this shape and geometry only, we should perform Agnihotra. This is your second principle. The third principle is your cow dung cakes, ma'am. Can you see? I think you all can see, right? You all can hear me also. I hope.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So if you see, there are actually five principles. The third principle says whenever you do Agnihotra, we should use the cow dung cakes, ma'am. So what happened? Cow dung cakes are what? It's a cow dung actually. So if you put the cow dung, so actually cow dung has the many medicinal properties also actually. So let's say if there is a family, if there is a suffer, let's say if someone is suffering from the malaria or the fever, then the malaria fever will go away if they smell the fresh cow dung. Even when you put this organic when you put this cow dung in the farming, that's why the organic farming is there. Even nowadays many persons are going visiting to goshalas also. Their bp gets down with the help of cows actually. So cow has that much of properties. Even cow dung has that much of properties. That's the reason now in the ancient time people used to put the coating of the cow dung cakes also, right? That is the reason. So I'll also give one more reason actually about the cow dung cake properties is. So what we did is we took actually fresh cow dung. We applied on the palm actually. We applied on the palm the fresh cow dung. We dried it for 1 hour. We went to doctor, and asked doctor to do the X-ray. You won't believe, ma'am, your X-ray was black. That means the radioactive rays of your X-ray will not pass through this cow dung. This is so powerful. That's the reason whenever there is any atomic blast happen, almost all the scientists suggest to stay back in the cow dung, coating, do the cow dung coating at the home, and then stay back in that home actually, and there is no radiation effect also. So every principle of that Agnotra has that much of science. Even it's a morning or evening timing, it's a copper pot, or let's say cow dung cake. Every principle has that much of science. So when you can imagine, when you combine the five principles together, that's where you feel a lot of energy in the home actually. So this is the third principle. The fourth principle is your two pinchful of unbroken uncooked rice. You can see this a small box of your small bottle of your rice. The rice, whatever the rice we eat in our home, we can use that rice, but should be unbroken. I'll share the science also. What is the science behind it actually? So rice should be unbroken. Two pinchful of unbroken uncooked rice smeared with the 2-3 drops of cow's ghee. So you can see the cow ghee also over here. So 50 ml. So you can imagine 250 gram rice is enough for 1 month. 250 gram rice is enough for 1 month, and similarly 50 ml desi ghee is enough for 1 month. That means there are no expenses. There are no expenses in the entire process, because it's hardly only 4 to 500 rupees just to arranging the cow dung cakes for the entire family, ma'am. And 400 500 rupees is nothing basically. When you go to any of the ice cream parlor, you just get simply a waste actually. So in the 400 500 rupees, you are giving a very good, a very good healthy environment to your family through the Agnihotra process. This is the summary actually. So the I told about the fourth principle so far. The fifth principle is the chanting of two mantras. So when we do the offering of the rice and it's made with the ghee in the fire, we need to chant two lines mantra. So I just chant for the morning in the front of all members. So for the morning, the mantras are Suryaye Swaha, Suryaye Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. That's all. ये आपके this is actually your morning mantra. It's only two simple lines of mantra. So whenever we chant any mantra, which is actually purely based on the Vedic science, it creates the vibrations in the environment. So let's say when you chant any om or any prayer, when you do in the home, it creates the vibrations, and vibrations are so powerful. Let's say when the army goes army goes from the bridge, and if their frequency matches with the bridge frequency, the bridge may collapse. Similarly, with the some person we would like to meet because they give the positive vibrations, right? With the some person we would like to go away because they give the negative vibes. So the vibrations when you do Agnihotra in the morning and in the evening, it creates the positivity in the home actually. It creates the positive vibrations, and even the person who comes to our home, they can also feel it. So in our family, when anyone comes to us for understanding the Agnihotra, whenever someone visit our house, they always say your house has a very good vibration level. Their house has a very good positive vibrations level actually, and this is because of the Agnihotra only. So this is actually a five principles: morning and evening, sunrise timing, sunset timing. Second is your copper raw material, pyramid shaped pot. The third principle is your using of cow dung cakes. Fourth is the two pinchful of unbroken uncooked rice smeared with the 2-3 drops of cow's ghee, and fifth is the chanting of mantra. So they are the simple five principles. With that, we can do the Agnihotra actually. This we have to remember. Now, what is the science behind it? Why one should do Agnihotra, and what is the science behind Agnihotra? So as I mentioned to you, I'll share the science behind Agnihotra. As I mentioned to you, we should use the unbroken, uncooked rice, right? So what happened in the rice? In the rice, actually, there is a starch and moisture. If you see the starch in the rice, it has the starch and moisture, which is actually your H2O as per the chemistry. Similarly, when there is a ignition of the cow dung cakes, it creates the CO2 in some quantity. So H2O plus CO2, when they react together, it creates the HCHO, which is your formaldehyde gas. The gas which I mentioned earlier, the four gases, and one of the gases is formaldehyde gas. So H2O plus CO2 equal to SCHO plus O2. O2 is your oxygen, ma'am. So what happened? H2O plus equal to SCHO. So SCHO is gas is your formaldehyde gas which is being used by doctors. So when doctors goes for any kind of surgical operations, they passes their equipment from this gas just to sterilize the equipment so that all the equipment like seizure or the other equipments, the bacteria of one patient will not pass to the other, another patient actually. That is the benefit of this gas. Even similarly, for the any of the surgical operations, the doctor do the disinfection of the OT through this gas only, through the SCHO gas only. Now you can imagine the scenario: you are doing Agnyutra in the morning and in the evening. This gas is getting emitted. That's why the bacteria will not be there. Your pathogen infection of the home will go down actually, and hence you will have a very less number of health issues in the home. Even you, not only you, the entire family will will have the very good improvement in the health, in the mind, in the peace actually. You will get relaxed when you do Agnihotra. The very small process, 5 to 7 minutes in the morning and in the evening. So as I mentioned, H2O plus equal to the SCHO plus O2. O2 is your what? O2 is your pranvayu. That's your oxygen actually. So even the oxygen level also get enhances with the help of Agnihotra. So when you do Agnihotra, you can measure the oxygen level before the Agnihotra performance, and after the Agnihotra performance also you can measure the level of the oxygen. It actually enhances almost 2 to 4% actually. And we have seen the oxygen, the importance of the oxygen in the corona time, right? In corona time, the sp2 level 35, 85, sorry, 95, 90, 85, 80. All those things we have seen. So it increases the oxygen level in the home with the help of Agnihotra actually. So bacteria will not be there, infection will go away, your health will get improved, and even the oxygen level also get increases with the help of Agnihotra. This is how the simple process of Agnihotra. Even oxygen is required in our body actually. Even every organ, every cell of the body. So the blood takes the oxygen for the every body and every organ, every cells actually. Wherever there is a scarcity of the oxygen, it can create the cancer also. It can create the cancer also. So with the help of Agnihotra, the oxygen level also get increases. This is how the Agnihotra helps actually. I'll give an example just to correlate my statement with that actually. What is the benefit? So if you recall, in the Bhopal MIC gas tragedy, Bhopal MIC gas tragedy happened in the 1984. I think the senior members can recall that actually. In 1984, 3rd December, there was a gas leakage of MIC. MIC stands for methyl isocyanide gas, which is quite poisonous gas. And because of that leakage, almost 30,000 people were died. There were many families who has the health issues. There were many ladies who were pregnant, and doctor advised them to discard the babies. But there were the two families which we know personally. These families were doing Agnihotra at that point of time also, and there was no single casualty in those families, ma'am, sir. This is the effect of Agnihotra. There was no single casualty. There was no single health issues because of the Agnihotra. That's where the power comes with the Agnihotra actually. Agnihotra is that much of, a beneficial. It is covered in the, it was, this news was covered in the local newspaper. MP Chronicle newspaper is the local newspaper of Bhopal. It was covered there, and they have mentioned the complete page on this family. They were doing Agnihotra and they are getting benefit from this process. Now I'll take you the where to do the Agnihotra. So today's time is 6:45. So yeah, my wife is preparing the kunda and other things. Yeah, she will explain you how to prepare the cow dung cakes and then how to ignite and how to perform. So we'll give the demonstration of the Agnihotra to all the members here since the time is matching with our session actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Namaskar. So just now Naveen told you what is the importance of performance of Agnihotra, why one should perform Agnihotra, what all are the principles of Agnihotra. So there are five basic principles which he just now discussed with you all. So first principle is it is to be performed exactly at the time of sunrise and sunset. Second is it is to be performed in a fixed shape and size of pyramid structure, pyramid copper pot. Third, fire will be prepared of the cow dung cakes. Fourth is your offerings will be given of rice and cow's ghee, and fifth is chanting of mantras. So these are the five basic principles. So today is in Bangalore, the sunset time is 6:45. So 6:45 is the time when we need to offer the offerings. Before that, we'll be preparing the fire. So what we have done is we have taken a single piece of cow dung in center, and four pieces we have taken in the four corners like this. In the center, we have taken one cow dung piece, and in the four corners, four pieces we have taken. And now in the center, we have taken camphor and the Google. Anything, any natural product we can use for ignition. It could be camphor, which is very easy to ignite. Either it could be there, or Google Gone could be there. It is a product from the plants that could be used. It is a natural product, or we can use cotton dipped with cow's ghee. Anything which is natural and which is not polluting our environment, which is good for our environment, we can use that. So almost 6 minutes prior to the time mentioned in the timetable, that is your 6:45, we have ignited this pot. We have ignited fire. We have prepared like this. As many layers we want, we can make it as per the availability of cow dung cakes. Even and as per your convenience, we can make as many layers as we want like this. And at the top, we will keep one cow dung piece like this. It is the preparation we will be doing almost 6 minutes prior to the time mentioned in the timetable. Means whatsoever the sunrise or sunset time is there, almost 6 minutes prior, we will arrange all these things, all these preparations will be done before that. Now, what we will be doing in the meantime, we will be preparing for the offerings. For the offerings, we need to take rice. Randomly, we will be taking 2 pinch full of rice. Almost 60-70 grains of rice will be there. We need not to count, simply we'll be taking 2 pinch full of rice like this. This is sufficient. Almost 250 grams of rice is sufficient for 1 month, and almost 50 milliliter of deshi ghee, cow's ghee, is sufficient for 1 month. Like this, we will take 2-3 drops of cow's ghee and we will mix this rice and cow's ghee properly. Like this is our offerings which is to be offered. And in our mantra, there are two times swaha is there. So in two times of swaha, we will be giving these offerings to the in the fire. So either if we want, we can just make two partitions of it, or randomly we can pick the offerings and we can offer it. Anyhow, we can do. It's up to us only. There are simple five principles. Except these five principles, no other principle is there. It's very easy enough that 13, 14 years kid could even perform it solely without any assistance. Easily he or she can perform. We can sit in any direction. There is no restriction with the direction. Like we four are performing Agnihotra, so in the four directions we'll be sitting all. So it's nothing like we'll be sitting in the east or in the west. Nothing like that. In any direction we can sit. If because of any of the reason we couldn't perform Agnihotra, then there is no ill effect of it. Simply whatsoever, whensoever we'll be performing, we'll be having the benefit of it. But there is no ill effect if we won't be able to perform. Suppose we are out of a station, there is no one at home, and we couldn't perform Agnihotra. So there is no ill effect of it. We can skip it. But the time we are available at home, we should perform Agnihotra. Agnihotra could be performed without taking bath even. It is not compulsory to take bath prior to the performance of Agnihotra. If we are in the habit of waking up early in the morning and taking bath early in the morning, then it's really very good. But if we are not in the habit of that, simply we can wash our hands, simply we can brush our teeth, and we can perform Agnihotra. So it's very easy. There is no orthodox, nothing like that. No other rules are there except these five principles. No other principle is there. So it's a simple procedure. So see, it's around 6:43 is there. 6:45 is the time for the offering. Offering is to be given exactly at 6:45. That is the times of sunset in Bangalore location where we are residing. So almost means almost 5 to 6 minutes prior to the time we had prepared all these ignition we have done. We have prepared the flame. We have prepared. So what we are doing is means once or twice if you will be performing, no, you will come to know that how much time it takes to ignite it, how much time prior we should ignite it, because it depends upon the layers, how much layers we are using. It depends upon the weather even because in rainy season generally there is moisture in the cow dung pieces, so generally it takes time. So once you will be performing, you will come to know that how long it takes to ignite. Whatsoever the condition of the flame is there, it doesn't make a difference, but we have to offer the offerings exactly at the sunrise or sunset time. Whether it flame is there or flame has finished, whatsoever the condition is there, but exactly at the time only we need to offer the offerings. That is to be done. Once the we have offered the offerings, before offerings we can add ghee even in this. We can add any natural product like camphor. Even if ignition is not proper, we can add before offerings, but after offerings we won't be adding anything in this pot, in this flame. We won't be adding anything after we have offered the offerings. And after that we will be sitting in this environment. It's approximately 2 to 3 minutes, so that whatsoever the gases are coming out of it, we will inhale all these gases through deep breathing. And we could do anything in this environment. If we are in the habit of doing any meditation or any yoga, anything, if we are in the habit of doing, we can do that. But at least for 3 to 4 minutes we should sit in this environment, so that whatsoever the gases are coming out of it. So it's hardly 20 seconds remaining. So first we'll be giving the offerings, after that we'll continue. We have kept this countdown piece aside so that proper spacing will be there for the offerings. Agnaye Swaha. Agnaye Idam Namama. Prajapataye Swaha. Prajapataye Idam Namama. So this is how Agnihotra is performed, and it hardly takes 40 seconds to perform, to chant mantras and to perform Agnihotra. Offerings will be given by any one person. Rest all will be sitting in the environment and will be chanting the mantras. But offerings will be given by anyone. Anyone could offer the offerings. Rest all will be sitting and chanting the mantras. It could even be done like in the morning someone has performed means have offered the offerings, and in the evening someone else has offered the offerings. It doesn't make a difference. Anyone can perform Agnihotra. Anyone can offer the offerings. Now Naveen will continue with the same.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, so actually we have seen how to perform Agnihotra. It's very small process. Anyone can, perform Agnihotra. Now the second part of it is how to verify, how to remain healthy, as I told actually. So if you see this book, actually this book is actually a Chikitsa book over here. So when we do Agnihotra, it creates the ash actually. That's actually bhasma, that's actually a powder actually. That powder can be used for multiple kind of disease curing actually. So almost with the conjunct with the actually ash, we can purify almost 90 kind of diseases can be cured with the help of ash. It could be your the cold, cough, sneezing, even asthma can be cured with the help of Agnihotra ash. Even the cancer first stage can be cured with the help of ash actually. So everything we have seen, almost 90 kind of diseases can be cured with the help of ash actually. So all those things are actually we can get it through the Agnihotra itself, so you can purify the air, and even the health issues can be reduced while consuming the ash actually. So in the Bangalore, if you see the weather is very changing in the Bangalore. In the morning it's a cold actually, in the afternoon it's a hot, and in the evening it can convert sometime in the rainy season or sometimes it's a colder again. So cough and cold is very common in Bangalore. So generally whenever I feel this kind of disease, or let's say these symptoms, I generally take half teaspoon of ash, and then I just take it with the water actually, and I feel relaxed within the 1 or 2 days. So when you do Agnihotra, almost one time performance can 7,000 cubic feet of your area can be purified with the help of ash actually, with the help of Agnihotra Havan actually. So bacteria will not be there. Even there were multiple research was done by the many of the scientists also on the Agnihotra. And for example, we took two rooms in the Pune college. One room we performed Agnihotra. After 10 days, when we checked the quality of the air, it was very good actually. There was no bacteria. Hence, the number of patient, number of health issues get reduced with the help of Agnihotra. This is the first benefit. Now, how to purify the water? As I mentioned, Agnihotra is a holistic approach. It can purify your air, your water, your food grain, which is a basic need. So, as a human being, what we need is basic. We need the pure air, pure water, and pure food grain. If we get this thing as a pure, then our body will remain healthy in terms of physical, in terms of mental, actually. So far we have discussed about the air. On the water side, what we do, what generally we are doing in our family is generally we know the RO water is not good for the health, right? The RO water contains your almost 20 to 25 TDS level. That means the minerals are not there in the RO water. So what we do in our home is we take the RO water actually because in the Bangalore it's hard water only. So we take the RO water, we take almost 25-30 liter water in the big container in the big bucket, and we mix the ash the with the spoon which generally we use for the food preparation. With that spoon actually we mix the ash in the water, and we keep this water almost 8 to 10 hours in the same stage over the night, and next day morning we filter the water. You won't believe this water will have all the minerals. This water will be very light in digestion, and even your water will become alkaline actually. That means so alkaline means so when we feel sick is so as per our our pH level also 0 to 7 is your acidic level actually, and 7 to 14 is towards the alkaline. So when you consume this water which is alkaline, your body will go towards the alkaline. That means the number of health issues will get reduced in the home. आप बीमार कम पड़ेंगे. So you can consume this water in terms of raw water. While food preparation also you can use this water. This water will have all the minerals. This water will be very good in terms of all the minerals, and then this water will become alkaline. This is how we generally purify the water with the help of Agnihotra. Similarly, for the food grains, what we do actually, so we know we are generally taking the all the fruits, all the vegetables through the vendors only because we are not farmers. So what we do is, let's say we are preparing food in the evening, we just keep our vegetables or the fruits soaking in that water for almost 5 to 7 hours. You won't believe that the chemicals, the pesticides of those fruits will go away with the help of Agnihotra ash water actually. And then consuming of these vegetables or fruits will be good in terms of that actually. Nowadays, if you see, there are the multiple states where even in the foreign countries also, public generally do the Agnihotra organic farming. I'll show you one book actually. So if you see here, this is actually Agnihotra organic farming. So it's the same farming technique only. So organic farming we must be knowing, right? So the way we breathe, the plant also breathe, right? The way we need the environment, plant also need the environment, the good environment, because plant takes almost 95% minerals from the environment only. If the environment is healthy, then they can take very good thing from the environment, and then of course all the product of the plant in terms of food grain, everything will be very good actually. So in the nowadays there are different farmers across the country, let's say UP, MP, Maharashtra, even Karnataka also. They are the farmers who does the Agnihotra organic farming. So the difference between the organic farming and Agnihotra organic farming, there are only two difference. One difference is we have to perform Agnihotra in the morning and in the evening in the farmland. That is the first difference. So whenever we go for Agnihotra organic farming, we should perform Agnihotra in the morning and in the evening in the farmland to purify the farmland environment. So let's say if you have 2 acres, 2 acre of land, you can do it in the center of the farm, and the environment becomes purified. This is the first difference. The second difference is basically, so whatever the ash we have seen because of this entire process, that ash will be used actually. It will be mixed with the soil. So what happened? While mixing with the soil, the fertility of the soil will also get enhanced with the help of ash actually. Even the water holding capacity will also get increased with the help of ash. Even the earthworms also increases with the help of Agnihotra ash. So this is how the Agnihotra ash helps in the Agnihotra organic farming. So what happened in the farming is, so if you see the plant takes everything from the environment. Now what happened? As per the science also, the three major minerals are NPK. NPK is nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, right? It is available from the plant or from the environment. Now, what happened? The bacteria which is there on the nodes of the plant, they convert this nitrate into nitrate and nitrite process actually. But that's where the food comes for the plant. So the earthworms also increases with the help of Agnihotra ash. When you do Agnihotra in the farmland, when you use the ash mixing in the soil, so this thing also get increases in the plant. So Agnihotra is a holistic approach, sir. Agnihotra is a holistic approach which can, impact in the terms of positive aspects in at the every phase of the life actually. Everywhere we have seen the impact of the Agnihotra on our lives. So let's say if you see the five elements, we know about the panchatan, right? So five elements, like say your earth, your sun, your basically our water. So everything also get purified with the help of Agnihotra actually. Even the person who does the yoga, let's say when they go for the pranayam, they need the pure air, right? Because in pranayam you just take the air inside the lungs, right? So if you get the pure air, it will be very good for the person actually. So when we go for the yoga, also when you combine the yoga with the Agnihotra, that's where you get a very good advantage on the health. Even the Agnihotra helps in the balancing your chakras also. Even the chakras, the seven chakras are there in our body. Actually, it also get activated with the help of Agnihotra. So each and every aspect of the life can be impacted with the help of Agnihotra. Small process, 5 7 minutes in the morning, which I have just seen in the evening. I wanted to give a demonstration. So we have shown you the demo also. Even anyone can do this Agnihotra in the family. There is nothing ki male or female. Any caste, any creed, any gender can perform Agnihotra in the house. Let's say if I'm available in the morning, I do it. In the evening, it's very difficult for me to come from the office. Then I skip. But my family does the Agnihotra. At least I'll get the benefit of the Agnihotra when I come back to my home. Actually, so it shield you from the ill environment. Not only you, the entire family. So basically, it increases your immunity level. The number of health issues get reduced. I'll give my example. In our family, our expenses on the medicines is very less. It's only hardly 100 200 rupees only. If I compare with the other family, they are spending almost 400,000 numbers, or let's say 4,000 4K or 2K rupees are going in the monthly expenses to the in terms of medicines actually. So health issues means you are spending a lot of money also to the doctors. You are spending a lot of energy also, lot of time also getting invested in the doctors. So all those things can be avoided with the help of Agnihotra. I will not guarantee that if you do Agnihotra, then you will not feel ill. You will feel sick also, but the quantum will get reduced. The number of health issues will get reduced when you do Agnihotra with the same five principles which we have discussed just now. Even you can browse on the Google. There are a lot of research papers are available. There are a lot of countries where the Agnihotra is being performed in the same way which we have discussed just now. So Agnihotra helps in immunity boosting. Agnihotra helps in happiness actually, because one feel very relaxed. So when you do Agnihotra, you feel really relaxed. This is how our experience, and this experience is actually across many of the followers who does the Agnihotra. And if you do Agnihotra, you will get the benefit. If I do Agnihotra, I'll get the benefit. So small process, 5 7 minutes in the morning and 5 7 minutes in the evening, but purifies the entire environment of the home, and everybody in the family gets the benefit, irrespective of whether they participate in the Agnihotra or they are not participating in the Agnihotra actually. So that is the basic advantage. So health get improved, anxiety get reduced, even negativity goes away with the help of Agnihotra, because you're chanting mantras. So mantras creates the vibrations. So all those benefits will come to the family when they start Agnihotra with the, but we need to make sure whenever we do Agnihotra, we should do with the five principles only. There is no change in those principles. If you skip by because of some reasons, there is no need to worry. Whenever you start Agnihotra, you will get the benefit. That is the only thing. So if you do Agnihotra in the morning, the 12 hours cycle will run actually. So for 12 hours, the environment becomes purified. When you do Agnihotra in the next time evening, then your 12 hours again get purified. So 24/7, your environment gets purified with the help of Agnihotra. That is the a brief summary about the Agnihotra. I think we are going with time only. Yeah, that is all. That is all from our side. In case of any questions, we can discuss together. In case of any queries, we can discuss. Yeah. I hope you like the session. The everybody said new thing for many of the members also. But yeah, you can search and at least you can find on the Google. I'm there to support. And then Madhavashram Bhopal. I'll just take two more minutes. So Madhavashram Bhopal. Madhavashram Bhopal actually it is there in the MP. From there only it has spread across the world actually. So in this era, Madhavashri Poddar Saab was the person who brought back this ancient science for everybody actually, so that everybody can perform Agnihotra and they can remain healthy. That is the point. So whatever I have shown, you can see there are multiple books also available on Agnihotra in English, in Hindi, even in the Kannada language also. So this ash book which I told you, the Ayurvedic Chikitsa ash, this book is available. So all books are available with us, even the pot, stand, chimta, everything is available with us. If anybody wants to start, they can start the Agnihotra and they can come back to sir or to me also to start this Agnihotra performance. We'll support you there for sure. Yeah. Any questions, sir, so far? Any question, ma'am? If anybody has
Yeah,
any questions.
yeah, thank you so much for sharing so many insights on this Agnihotra, sir. So we always believe Agni used to purify and cleanse the environment, body, and mind. And also in yoga, always fire symbolizes energy, transformation, and renewal. And also it helps for spiritual growth and enlightenment. So thank you for sharing this Vedic ritual with us. And I guess really participants have been benefited out of this practice. So dear members, let us take this query session in an organized manner. If you have any queries, please do raise the hand. Also, if you would like to share the feedback, please raise your hand. So it would be easy for us to call out your names so that you can unmute and share your experience. Yes. So I invite the members to ask your doubts and also you can share your feedbacks.
Hi
Yes, sir,
guys,
Prakash, sir.
I'm
Hello,
Dr.
sir.
B. Sharma from Noida. It was wonderful session, and you people are doing a great job to return to our Vedic science again.
Thank you,
So
sir.
clapping for you guys.
Thank you.
We all should have organized their program in their our own proximity, our neighborhood, our people. I'll also have a little group. So because I'm a holistic doctor. I'm
Yeah.
a Reiki Grandmaster, past life regression, and hypnotherapist, and a naturopath doctor. So I
Nice,
have a,
sir.
and we'll definitely organize soon. Thank you so much. I just had a question because in North, the nowadays temperature is too high,
Hmm.
and except villages, rural areas, we are living in urban areas. So in flat, if we'll do, the temperatures already rise. So temperature is already high. If we perform Agnihotra, then the temperature will rise more.
Okay, sir. I'll just clarify. So basically, it's
This
actually
was a
very
very,
small.
very, very simple, doubt or question, you can say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, it is not so. So because it's a very small pot actually. It's only 5.25 centimeter in the base. The height is just 6.5 centimeter, and the width is almost 14.5 centimeter in the width also. So the
Right.
small pot is there. It's only one or one and a half piece of your cow and cakes you are using. The temperature will not rise so much actually. So we stay in my job also. I stayed in Pune. I stayed in Jaipur also. I stayed in Baroda, Bangalore again. So all those places when we observed doing Agnihotra, I think we never observed the temperature wala thing. It is very, I mean, okay, in the summer you will feel okay, I'm just near to the fire only, but in winter you would like, of course, and in
Yeah,
the summer
winter
also.
we would like, we will do
Yeah.
that, because in summer, in wherever you are sitting in Delhi, Noida, I'm telling, if anybody is, in Delhi,
Actually,
Noida,
sir,
they can
sir,
compare.
I'm from actually Jaipur only. So I'm from Jaipur. I'm the native of Jaipur only, and we have been doing this factory for the last 40 years. So temperature wise, there is no much of temperature increase because of the Agnotra. And if you see the benefit of the Agnotra, it has tremendous benefit actually. So
Yes.
that is
So
the
where
that
we can find this, tools
it
like
is
the
there with me, sir.
parameter,
Yeah.
Pavana,
It is
Pavan.
there with me. It is available. So we generally get it from Madhavashram Bhopal. And when we supply it to everybody whoever wants to start the Agnyutra performance in the same price, the same price with the similar to our Madhavashram Bhopal. There is no nothing 1 rupee margin also. It's only
Which one,
welfare
Ashram?
activity.
Which one, Ashram?
Madhavashram Bhopal, we generally buy it from Madhavashram Bhopal and we
Okay.
give it to everybody in the same price. What are the buying prices there from Madhavashram Bhopal? We generally give it the same price only. So
You
it is
are doing
available.
great job, Naveen, because there is a very big gap in between the Vedic time and now. So now is the high time for, and we all are responsible for that also. We
Correct.
just talk about the Hinduism, the Sanatana, and if we talk about if anyone has read the Veda, including me, we do not have. We do not have books. Even if we have books, we are not reading them.
Correct.
Where is the Sanatan Dharma? So we have to come back to the roots. We all are, culprit of this.
Yes.
So thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys. You people are doing so great job, and I will request everyone, please spread it. Once again, we have to, follow our roots again,
Yeah.
so that
Just for the
our
yes.
next generation will not feel the gap.
Correct. So actually, we are trying to nurture the nature through the
Yes.
Agnotra actually because nature is the everyone's need. The
Hmm.
nature is the everyone's need. So we are trying to nurture the
Right.
nature through the Agnotra. This is how we are doing. That is
Yes.
the
Yes.
thank you, sir. Thank you for encouraging words. Thank you.
No, no, it is all our responsibility, and you people are, the torch bearers.
Thank you.
We'll have to follow you people. I'll
Thank you.
definitely organize in my group very
Sure,
soon.
sir.
So I'll take
Yeah.
your lead, because at 7 p.m. my patient's OPD is there.
Sure, sir.
Thank
Sure.
you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sorry, ma'am. Yeah. Any other questions if you have?
Yes. Yes, dear participants, if there are no questions, I can proceed with the next agenda.
Yeah, I can also share my
Okay.
mobile number if you don't mind, ma'am, so that anybody can reach us, or you can share my number. Yeah, I think you have my number with you, so you can share the
Yes, sir.
number. Yeah, details of Agnihotra. I share some details with you through a WhatsApp. You can share in your group also, so that everyone can go through it. And if they want to start, we can support, ma'am. Yeah,
Yes, thank you so much, sir. We would definitely share the information and your contact number with the participants who all have attended today, so that in case if they have any questions or in case if they are about to perform this practice, they can reach you and get their tools or something like that. Okay. Yes, thank you, sir. So,
thank you,
team,
ma'am.
I would like to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to Mr. Naveen and Mrs. Shalini for sharing their valuable insights. And your explanation was really good, sir. And Shalini ma'am, thank you for the neat and clear demonstration. And your dedication to spreading awareness about such ancient practices is truly commendable. And I would also like to thank our participants for joining us today and engaging in this meaningful discussion. Your interests have made this webinar a success. Thank you all, and I hope you continue to benefit from the knowledge that has been shared today. Happy weekend, team. Stay tuned for our next exciting events and webinar. And till
Thank
then,
you,
it's Manimekli signing off from Team Makal. You can reach us. We'll post the contact information in the group, and you can reach us on the same. Yes, thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.